Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
hello.
will,
This is Jay.
Hi, Gaurav.
yeah, hi all of you. We'll wait for 2 minutes because I'm expecting some three more guys to join.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, we'll start out at 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hi, Gaurav. Neeraj here.
Yeah, Neeraj.
Uh, by the time other people join, very quickly, are you taking classes for CO as well?
For CO,
Right.
yes, yes, I take, but I'm not taking currently because I'm totally involved in simple finance now. But I was taking CO also, if I also everything I was taking earlier.
Okay. In fact, I was too keen in understanding, product costing and COPA. So
Mm-hmm.
these are two areas where I do not have control. I have very little knowledge about this.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, fine. So somebody else would be taking of this. Second
Yeah,
thing,
I think yes, yes.
so what do you suggest which is better to go for BPC or for integrated planning?
Same thing, like whatever I told last time that see, if you are using only planning function, then I think it will be better to go with integrated business planning because you don't need to buy separately because see, BPC is a separate product, right? Till today also. So if you are going for BPC, you have to get the licenses and then you have to use separate server if you are using consolidation also. But if you have the requirement only of planning, that even
Mm-hmm.
you can do an integrated business planning which is coming with the standard solution. So I think if the planning is the only requirement, integrated business planning is the best thing to go with.
Okay. So for integrated planning, you need not separate licenses. It's
No,
very
it
much
is
within the
part
system.
it is very much part of this SAP NetWeaver business suite.
Okay, fine.
And even
And
not only in simple finance, I think this IBP was also available in the EHP 7 also. So you don't need to separately purchase anything for IBP.
okay, but nevertheless, if you want to go for BPC, if
Mm-hmm.
consolidation is also one of the requirements,
Mm-hmm.
then company would go for BPC. In that case, uh, I was really wondering whether your organization covers like Microsoft and NetWeaver both, along with the migration to BPC. All these things are covered in the course. Do you have any idea about it?
No, can you repeat what you said?
I was wondering whether the organization which provides the coaching on
Mm-hmm.
BPC, are they
Mm-hmm.
covering scenarios like from Microsoft version or your NetWeaver version or
Okay, so
migration from
you
Microsoft
mean to say
to
the
NetWeaver?
organizations which are taking the courses on BPC, are they
Right,
covering all
your
these topics or
organization
not?
currently. Right, your organization.
Yes. Yes, yes. So it all depends here. There is not a straight answer to it because it all depends on
Okay.
the trainer. So you have to ask all these questions when you are having the demo session or when you are finalizing. So you need to check with the trainer what exactly he is going to cover in the course because I've seen the courses. There are a lot of courses in which they straightforward say that no, we are just going to cover, for example, the Microsoft version, and in some of the institutes they are
Okay, I
saying
got
no,
your point.
we cover both.
Means,
Yes.
okay, I thought maybe you have idea about this, so you don't have idea about it. Nevertheless, one final
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
See, in terms of business objects, for example,
Mm-hmm.
your EPM, Enterprise
Mm-hmm.
Performance Management.
Mm-hmm.
For this, is it necessary for you to know BW also, or would it be fine that you only understand the business objects?
This is also the technical question for me also, because I also not worked directly on BO and BW. So I think someone who has a technical background, who has worked on, for example, BO or maybe business intelligence, he can answer. Is there anyone who can answer this question?
Okay, fine. I think I'm sorry. I put the wrong question in the wrong audience.
Yeah, it is too much
Honest.
technical because I'm also not aware of all this. I just know, okay, this tool is used for this, but what is the prerequisite and all you need to understand from the technical side.
Okay. Actually, when you talk about consolidation, so
Mm-hmm.
ultimately you have to carry out like IFRS compliance and all. For
Mm-hmm.
that, there are certain ready-made tools already available which are deployable,
Yes, even
right?
even
So,
yes. So they are called as info
no,
cubes.
no, those are business objects in which you have these
But
pre-reports available.
yes,
Now, these
but in
business
business
objects,
objects, yes, in business objects, I think there are the things called as info cubes, which stores all this data.
exactly. Actually, those info cubes are in BW, business warehouse.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
there is a
Hi,
semantic layer.
hi everyone.
All this, correct. So I would say
Okay.
I got the point. That's a different technical story. Maybe I'm not putting the question in the right forum.
Right. Okay. So I think all of us are available now, so we can start off with today's session. So in the last session,
Hi
we are
Gaurav,
seeing.
Anurag.
Yeah. Hi, Anurag. Okay. So in the last session, we have seen the different configuration from GL perspective, controlling in terms of normal controlling. I'm not coming to COPA as such, but the document types you can configure in for controlling. And then we have done some postings also to see how it is affecting AC doc A and how the data is getting stored in the form of tables. And I think yesterday actually, sorry, in the last session, there were two questions, but I've missed that page. But I remember one question was that cost center update, why it is used. And I told you that I know, but I don't remember. It is very simple actually. The cost center update is like when you had the table called as FAGL Flexa. So what happens is if you activate the document splitting and you define the scenarios. For example, you define the scenario for profit center, you define the scenario for segments. So what happens is all this data, all the documents data is stored in FAGL Flexa with all this information. Similar to similar to that, if you have the requirement of updating cost center also, which cannot be done from FI. So in controlling, you can activate the scenario called as cost center update. What it will do is there is a field called as cost center in FAGL Flexa, and that also will be updated. So from controlling side also, cost center is updated for the different lines. This is the whole story why this cost center update is required.
No, just a minute, Gaurav. I remember this question was from me.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me one thing. When I am posting a document,
Mm-hmm.
at that time I assign certain cost center to it. So
Okay.
the cost center field in the FAGL that
Mm-hmm.
itself gets populated when we post this document, right? So I'm saying, how is it related to defining the scenarios in cost center, which we did
No,
for
no,
that?
no. Can you just repeat what you said?
What I could understand from your explanation is that in order to feed the column of cost center in the FAGL table, that's why
Mm-hmm.
we assign scenarios of cost centers also,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And after this is in addition to those six standard scenarios which you do for document splitting, because
Mm-hmm.
this was the
Yes.
next node where you go to the cost center and I'm saying cost objects, you assign the scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this was the scenario I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in fact, if you say that we do this so that the column in the FAGL table also gets populated with this data, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was really wondering. Because even if we have not assigned this, and still when we post a document, so the cost object is like, for example, your cost center is assigned to the document, and the field at the FAGL level, it gets populated with the cost center in that particular transaction.
No, see, you are talking about transaction. In terms of transaction, there is a table which stores the information of cost center, like cost center actual line items. Then even in the BSEG, you can see the cost center is updated, right? You're talking about
Right.
that. But when you
Right.
talk about FAGL Flexa table, it is the nature of the table is totally different. It is the table which stores all your information which is related to your scenarios, right? So what happens is, even though your controlling table is updated with correct cost center data, even if in BSEG also, let's say cost center is updated, but if you don't say that I want the cost center update at my general ledger, this FAGL Flexa table also, it will not get updated till the time you are not assigning that scenario. So I'm not saying that you will not get the reports based on cost center actual line items, because you are getting these reports from the controlling tables. For example, COEP or maybe whatever tables you are maintaining for controlling, you will get the reports from that. But at the same time, if you see the table FAGL Flexa, that will not be updated with cost center if you are not
Okay.
activating the scenario.
Okay. Could you help me understand like the application that where this is actually deployed or used? I'm saying why would a person would populate the data of cost center in FAGL when he
Mhm.
already has this data in BSEG as well as in your CO tables?
No, it depends. Like if you want to see, if you want to have a report, okay, and you don't want to go to multiple tables, if all the information is getting stored in FAGL Flexa itself, then what is the
Uh-huh.
harm? So even if the cost center is required in your report, you can directly pull it from FAGL Flexa. You don't need to go to the controlling in that case. That is the only scenario, I
No,
think.
I think no, I think okay maybe, but I think my question was that client would immediately object that since this data is already available in other tables, why do you want to
Mm-hmm.
duplicate it in FAGL?
No, see again, client will not object, because if you are getting all your data in one table, then what is the harm?
I got your
Like
point, but in that
I'm
case,
not entering the separate line for that. I'm just entering that, I'm just filling that column. And
uh-huh.
again, if the client is objecting, then we have the option, and that is the reason why we have kept this separate. So if the client is saying no, I don't want to populate this cost center, okay, you just delete that scenario.
Okay,
And Gaurav, I can give you an example because in our GL, we had to send the data back to Hyperion consolidation, which is basically and then planning. So having all the cost subjects, now we had cost center, internal order, and WBS in scenario active. So everything is being populated in Faggle FlexT. So instead
so
of going three different set of controlling tables and the GL table and combine the data, everything is being basically pushed out from one single source. So it's much easier interface instead of trying to create a complex logic from like 8 different tables.
Yes, exactly.
thank you very much. I would say this question had been troubling me for long, and today in this forum I could get a correct answer to it. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, to all of you.
Yeah. Thanks, Vinay.
Gaurav, uh, Gaurav, sorry,
Yes,
yeah.
Vishnu.
Actually, the last week, right, we had a discussion regarding the GL master creation, right? Okay. Actually, I was trying to create one GL master, GL.
Vishnu, your voice is not clear. Can you put your mic in front?
Okay. Okay. So my question is, right, the last time we added this the discussion regarding the GL master, right? The GL
Yes.
master, while we are creating, for example, the clearing accounts, for example,
Mm-hmm.
GRI or something, right? We have the control tab, one more option, right? Clearing specific to ledger group.
Yes.
Okay, this option, right? Actually, I was trying to activate this one, but
Mm-hmm.
it's giving the error message. Can you? Is it possible to verify under company code INDA?
Okay, just let me go there.
Hi, Guru. I just want to ask you about the. I just gone through the videos which you guys sent us. The quality of the video is not very good. Is it
Yeah, yeah.
possible?
I must.
Is it
So
possible for you to improve this?
What do you mean by quality? Like what exactly are you facing problems?
Because Gaurav, we can't see the means the word everything proper way because it's something is jumbling something some way. Maybe you can open one any one section that you can able to see the recording one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me check this with the coordinator because I don't have any control on it because this is getting recorded from the coordinator's end. And I think this is a normal tool that we use. We are using GoToMeeting and the video is also recorded based on that only. So I don't think there should be any problem. But again,
No,
let's.
no, last time, no, when I was last time taking that classes are very good. I can see the means the screen and as per the SAP screen, the totally the everything is fine. The now that this one only right, you can't see the all the means and the means, tabs. I can see the but I can't read the tab.
Vishnu, your voice is not clear.
No, I think there will be an option to improve the quality of the video. But the file size will be big, sure, but
Mm-hmm.
quality can be improved. So if you can check to your technical guys, I think he can solve this issue.
Okay, I'll ask the coordinator about this and we'll wait for his input. Yes, so Vishnu, which GL account you are trying to
Uh,
create?
100 100 100 100. The company code is INDA 100 100.
Okay, 100 and 100. Okay.
Yes,
Company code is
INDI.
INDL.
I sorry I.
INDI. Okay.
No, actually I created everything. Can you
Okay,
go
you
to?
want to change this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to tick this
Yes,
and you
yes,
are getting some
yes,
error, right?
yes. Can you?
It is saying you should either tick both, either tick open item management or you should tick this.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I tried the both one. Okay, you can try to remove the open item one.
Yes, yes. Okay, we'll just go through this. It will give you the entire picture, what it is. So
Okay.
what it is saying is determines whether postings can be made to the account for a specific ledger group and whether the account can be cleared. This means that you can control that if for a particular ledger group you want to make the posting to this account or not, right? So for example, you can say, okay, this particular account, it should post only to the all the ledger groups, not a particular ledger group. But you can
Hmm.
control that for this account, the posting to the particular ledger group is allowed or not. And this is exactly why this tick is available. So you can use clearing specific to ledger if you perform parallel accounting using ledger approach. This we understand. Clear and
Hmm.
making postings specific to is intended to support you with the, okay, you can use the function for all time due to parallel accounting are posted. Let me go through it and then I'll explain. If you set the indicator for an account, this account is then managed on an open item basis and you can post ledger specific entries to this account. Okay, so what it says is if you are ticking on this indicator, this itself means this is open, this will be maintained in open item and it will be ledger specific also. So in short, if you want that this account should be allowed for ledger specific postings and the clearing also should be open for the ledger specific postings, you should tick this. This is not required because this will automatically make sure that this is open item.
Hmm. Okay, try to save it.
Yes. Okay, now it is clearing specific to ledger will not possible for account with transaction. What is this transaction? Okay, this is you are using for WRX.
Yeah, I'm using WRX.
Okay, you mean to say this is your integration account, right?
Yeah, it's integration account.
No, but tell me one thing, how you will do the posting to this account with specific ledger group because this is flowing from MM and SD, right? It is
Yeah,
actually flowing from MM. So in MM, you don't have any control, like you want to post specific to the ledger group. Only the adjustment points for entries or FI point entries you can post directly to the ledger group. If you are posting anything from MM and SD, it will directly post all the ledger groups, right?
Yes, but
That is the
this
reason why.
yeah, but this option is only within the FI, means we can able to activate
Yes,
the within the
because
FI accounts
yes,
only.
it is actually very much logical. Why we use ledger specific postings is if you want to perform any adjustment postings, like from MM, let's say there is a posting which is made, but due to some reason I want to adjust this posting. So what I'll do is I'll pass the adjustment entry to it, right? For a
Yes,
particular ledger group. But from
particularly.
MM side, you don't have any control. Like in the PO, you cannot say I want to update only my this ledger, right?
Hmm.
And
Okay.
that is the reason why it is not allowing.
Okay, I will try to another one within the
But
FI one.
again,
I
it
just want
is,
to see.
yes, but again, some accounts with automatic account determination cannot be managed for specific ledger groups, such as account for cash discount, exchange rate difference. These are all the accounts which are actually coming from integration. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
post
Oh,
directly into all
activate.
these accounts.
Okay, okay, I got it, got it. Thank you.
And you have the example also, good receipt, invoice receipt account. So you cannot
Yes,
post specific ledger groups.
yes, got it, got it.
Gaurav,
Yes, yes.
but okay, but generally if we don't select this clearing specific, if you only select, okay, so that means that account can be posted in all ledgers as well as specific ledgers, provided we give the ledger group in the at the transaction level, right?
Yes,
Yes. So this is only, so if you select this option, that it means that this account then cannot be posted
to all
uh,
ledger groups.
to all ledger groups, or
Yes,
I would rather say that this account would be an open item as well, but only in that specific ledger.
yes.
Okay. So I
If you
don't
want,
think
we can.
we, maybe very rarely we use this option if I'm not wrong in this
Yes,
scenario.
yes, yes. It is only if we are if we know that this is the account which we normally use for only ledger specific postings.
Yeah, because see, only ledger specific person we can also control at transaction level by giving the ledger group. So this is only relevant for the clearing accounts specific to ledger. Means if we really want some clearing, otherwise not required. Because
Yes.
normal account we can also, is we can also limit to a specific ledger group by giving the ledger group at the transaction level. Then even so in that case
Yes.
we
So
don't need to
even
select this.
yes, exactly. So if you're not giving anything here, if you are just saying open item management, this doesn't mean that you will not be able to perform the ledger specific postings. But if you're ticking this, it is
Yeah,
definitely going to ask you which ledger you want to post to, which ledger group you want to post to.
understood. Yeah. So okay.
Okay.
Gaurav, Harish here. Last week there was
Gaurav,
a question on
hi.
last week there
Yes.
was a question on cost center line items because in KSB
Yes,
one,
yes, 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 I got it,
yeah,
I got it. Now you made me remember. Yes, I found the solution actually. It is the cost center line items reports are also now available in IBP. So when I'll cover this IBP, I'll tell you how this actual line items can be seen, how the plan versus actual reports can be seen. So all these reports actually, whatever reports are available here, na, they are all moved to the line level reports. They are all moved to the integrated business planning.
You
So
mean to say
yes, you're correct.
KSB1, those kind of reports?
Yes,
KSB1,
yes, yes.
okay.
So if you
okay,
remember last time we were trying to see the actual line items report, but it was not appearing because it is not updated to COEP. It is directly updated to AC.A, right? So this all reports will be available under IBP, which we'll try to cover maybe in the next week. You will be getting the idea why, how exactly to arrive at these reports.
okay. Normally we
Just thanks
use
for reminding.
okay, yeah, welcome. Normally we use KSB one report for seeing the line item against the cost center. I can see one more report that is KSB one N.
Mm-hmm.
I think
N is for
it
new ledger. See, N is for new ledger. Like whatever reports were available earlier when this new GL accounting came into picture, all most of the reports like FBL3, it was an earlier report and then it was replaced with FBL3N, which means it is the functionality within new GL accounting. So
mhm.
this what you are talking about the N part, it is for the new GL. So have you checked that
Actually,
whether it is?
yeah, I checked last week. I was checking across, but this is not
Mhm.
introduced by New GL, I think. Just can you go to cost center accounting?
Cost center accounting. Yes, I'm in the cost center accounting. Actual postings.
Okay, can you go to information systems? Okay.
Okay.
My screen is slow. Yeah. Okay. Information posting. Information systems. Okay. Line items.
Hmm?
Line items. Okay.
Yes, I'm already inside it. So
Okay. My
KSB
screen is
1N.
slow. Yeah. Actually, this was, I haven't seen new GL report since from 5, 6 years. This KSB1 and I never seen it.
No,
I'm
this was
doubting
available
whether
in your EHP 7 also. It was available.
okay. It is
Yes.
not
So
related to simple finance. I checked this report, even this report also not getting any data.
yes. So as I told you that this is now moved to integrated business planning, and that you can see in. Okay, just I'm not going to talk about in detail, but let me show you how it will look like. So this is my user menu. See, these are all Web Pro application reports. So for
Mhm.
example, cost center actual report. I don't think this will work here because it is still not configured. So it will look like this. So it is giving error. So from now onwards, like in Simple Finance, all these reports have been moved to this is my integrated business planning launchpad. And you can see all these reports in either the Internet Explorer, because this is under the Net Business Suite or Web Pro application. So you'll not find these reports here in the old system. But again, as I told you, that if you still persist that we want to use the classic planning and classic actual items, at least planning reports you can see from the old system. But that will not be supported eventually from SAP. So the better idea is to go for IBP for all these reportings.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, I noticed, see, FBL3N it works, whereas FAGL L03 report it is not working.
It will not work. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay, Veda, you were asking some question, I think.
Gaurav, I have, yeah. Last time actually, Vishnu or someone said they will configure module for me, but sorry, I could not complete the company code setup because I got access little late. There was even an error to get connected. But thing is, I have done some other testing. I have captured the screenshots as well. So just I want to share those things so that let others also understand that. So shall I send to you, or you'll give me control?
No, I'll not give you control because today we are going to discuss the new topic. So I don't think we will get time today. But I want this session to be carried out separately, in which you can show like whatever you want to present, you want to show what you configured. So maybe we can decide on it whether we want to have this session in the next week, because I have already have planned for this week sessions. So today and tomorrow
Okay.
we are not going to see that, but not a problem. What I think I still have not shared my email ID with you. So at the end of this session or now itself, let me share my email ID with you so that at least you can forward that document to me. And if you have any concerns, you can write the mail to me directly.
Okay, fine, no issues. See, thing is, I had just done forex revaluation. Can you just check that, Gaurav? See,
Yeah, that's what I am saying, that you send me that screenshots. I will check what exactly you have done.
you can check in system.
Okay, now you mean to say?
Yeah, I have one
Um,
doubt.
Okay, I think it will be better if we do this separately, because what will happen here is everybody will they will not get an idea what is still done till now. So whatever are your
Okay,
queries, you send it by mail, and then in the next session, whenever we are here, I'll just explain the entire test case, like what you have done, what was the problem, and then how we got how this error was resolved. That will be the better
okay.
idea, I think.
Yeah, fine. Actually,
Hi, Gaurav.
yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Gaurav, this is Neeraj here.
Yes,
I
Neeraj.
have a suggestion, actually, for the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
Why not we try to arrange a go-to meeting
Mm-hmm.
among ourselves as a group, and
Mm-hmm.
for half an hour, like before this class, after this class, or any day in the week time, let's discuss out our observations
I
so
think in
that
that case, you don't need a separate meeting. You can start this meeting. You can ask the coordinator to start the meeting half an hour earlier, and you can have the
okay,
discussion, and then we'll continue from 7 o'clock. That is not an issue.
right. So I would say it'll serve both the purposes. A, we'll be able to enrich ourselves with the experience of others, and
Mm-hmm.
B, it'll not derail the schedule and timing for the class.
Yes, I think that is a better idea. But again, see why I'm saying you to try all these things because uh, what I'll do is I'll collect the data and I'll try to present all this information to you guys. That is the whole idea. But if we continue to like discuss in mid of the session, what it will do is it will impact the flow of the session. That is the only problem. So that
Absolutely.
is the reason why I'm saying that we should have a separate session in which we can discuss all your queries and concerns.
So in fact, I would ask the coordinator to start the
Mm-hmm.
session like half an hour before the scheduled date,
Yes, yes, that is
like,
possible. Yes,
so
that
that
is
we all
possible.
can come along and whoever wants to discuss their personal observations or require clarification, if any, we can at least at the first level we can filter out among ourselves. And if
Yes,
not, if we could not answer to that, then we'll come up to you.
yes, that is okay. That is not an issue. Okay, so can you see my email ID here?
Yes, Gaurav, I can see. So I'll just
Just note it
note down
down.
this. Yeah.
Yes, all of you, please note down this ID. And if you are doing some practice, you are getting stuck somewhere, you can write me the mail. Whenever I'll
But
get the chance, I will.
yeah, Gaurav, last time you said you are going to give some projects, right? So
Yeah, but nobody has accepted last week. That is the issue. So not a problem. I'll give you. Don't worry about that. So
yeah,
today, let me
you
continue with the
didn't give
normal
me
session.
yeah, Gaurav, you didn't give me project, but I have started with some project. That's what I wanted to share. Anyway, you said you
Yes, yes,
asked
yes.
me.
You can see till the time I'm not giving you any project. Start whatever we are done till now. Do whatever you want to think. It is not only thing that if I will give you the project, you are going to try. You try at your own. At the same time, I will also give you some project which you can do according to my instructions.
Yeah, fine, fine, Gaurav.
Okay.
Gaurav, before we start the class, just out of my curiosity, I just wanted to understand one thing. After this is for the larger forum, and maybe we can take this after the class. Has anybody worked on foreign your conversion of currency? That is, a company code which is currently on certain currency, and after some time they decide to change the currency of the company code as well as controlling area. For example, USD to Euro. Has anybody ever worked on this kind of scenario?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Gaurav. Actually, I think what you said, I have done some configuration on foreign exchange.
No, I'm not talking about configuration. Actually, there's
Yeah.
a company code and a controlling area where they are
Yes.
currently following USD, and now, in fact, going forward, they want to convert their currency to Euro. So SLO services are used to carry this out. So I was really wondering if anybody has any exposure on this. Just food for the thought, and then we can connect after the class. Sorry,
Uh,
sorry, Gaurav. Sorry to disturb you. Let's get into the flow.
yeah, correct.
Okay.
Sorry, Gaurav, once again, I would like to ask. Last week, during our session, we have discussed regarding the FI part. There are three companies, sorry, there are three company currency codes going to be exist, right, in EHP 7. Similarly, in simple finance also, in OB22, I checked three currencies are updating.
Mm-hmm.
In that last session, we saw that for local currency and local currency 1 was updating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have checked, it can be updated three currencies in OB22.
Okay. Let me check what you're saying.
Can you go to OB22? I show you my company code.
No, let me first check the company code which we have configured. Then we'll try to see what you are saying. Okay. So this is my company code. This is the
Yeah,
company code in which we are working, right?
yeah, third local currency was not updating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have tested it is working third local currency also. And Simple Finance,
No,
they are supporting
working
the third. They are
working
supporting the
means
third local currency.
yeah, it is supported that we talked about. Okay, let me show you. When we configure this, okay, tell me first your company code, which is that
M001.
M001. Yes. Okay, you mean to say this third currency?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, from where you configured this? From here?
No, not from here. Actually, it's depends on the controlling area currency what you have
Mm-hmm.
selected.
Mm-hmm. So you mean to say it is picking automatically the controlling
Yeah.
area currency if you are maintaining? Okay, so what settings you have maintained there?
Actually, I have maintained only the because I selected the cross controlling area. Then I have given the group currency.
Okay, let me okay, tell me the controlling area that you maintain.
Same company code M001.
M001.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, what you have done here?
I have taken the group currency as Indian currency only.
Okay.
Then also in the leading ledger, I have given the first local currency as a hard currency and
Okay,
the
just a
second.
minute, one by one. So this setting is what we have maintained, right? It is
Yes.
very much similar to what we have maintained. Okay, coming to
Now,
company code.
adding to his point, even I have created, but just adding a company code currency as a SKO currency will not populate the third currency because for me it is not populated. Maybe the
Just a
additional
minute.
setting, yeah.
Veda, we'll go one by one. Let me check what he is trying to say, and then I'll come to you. So you mean to say in ledger configuration, right?
Yes, yes, leading ledger.
Leading ledger, which is 0L. Company code M001, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, this is how I said. Then it was displaying in the third local currency also.
Okay, I think last time we had the discussion where this currency is maintained, right? Are you talking about that?
No, actually, these currencies are maintained. This global currency is maintained at client level. I have checked, and this
Mm-hmm.
one is maintained at a country level. The ringgit, hard currency.
Okay, you mean to say this is maintained at the country level. What is the T code where this is mentioned that hard currency
I
is?
went to the net viewer, SAP net viewer, and there is a country. So I just select the hard
Okay.
currency over there.
That means in
General
country
settings.
level you selected, right?
General settings.
Yes, I
General
think
settings.
general settings, yes.
Set,
Currencies,
set countries.
currencies
Set
or
countries.
countries?
Set
Set
countries.
countries. Okay, okay, okay.
And define countries in SAP, my SAP system.
First one, okay.
Yeah, I
Which
select
is set?
Malaysia. MY.
MY
Yeah.
only? Okay, okay.
Yes. Yes. I have set hard
This is a hard
currency.
currency, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
it is
now
displaying.
what is your question now?
Yeah, actually, because in first, if I'm not mistaken, on Saturday class we were discussing about this currency, right? Currency settings. Then it
Mm-hmm.
was only displaying two currencies, right? We thought simple finance it was not supporting the three currencies. Then I just did some testing. I don't know whether Sunday you have uh, come tell about this foreign currency or not, but I didn't attend, so that's what I tested and
No, I
just this.
think like correct me if I'm wrong. I think we discussed this that this hard currency we were not able to get. Like we had tried different combinations of T codes, and we are not getting that how where this hard currency is maintained. And we said that we cannot change this hard currency at this level, like okay, at the ledger level,
Client level.
because I think we were trying to define the hard currency and it was taking automatically INR. Right,
Mm-hmm.
and we were thinking like where this currency is maintained. So I think that is the only discussion we had. But yes, you are right that if you want to maintain the third currency and that is the hard currency. See, third currency it is not necessary. It has to be hard currency. You can define various currencies, right?
Yeah, index also anything.
Yes, so whatever you maintain there, like yes, exactly. So here you can write index-based currency. So whatever you select there, it will automatically pick from here. This T code we were not able to search. But yes, this is correct. So this hard currency is maintained at the country code level.
Because why I was thinking that in AC Universal General Entry Table, it shows the three currencies. Because I also read in one of the SAP, then they say they are supporting in simple finance three currencies in FI and two currencies in controlling area. So that's why I go and check.
Okay. Yes. So is this like, is there any question here, or you
No,
are
I was
all of
no, because I in Saturday class we were thinking that
only
the
two
global
currency,
currency
only two currencies can be maintained?
yeah, global currency can only support for controlling. We were thinking, right?
I don't think so. We is there anybody else who thinks that we discussed that only two currencies can be maintained? I only remember that we tried different
Hi,
combinations.
Gaurav, this is Neeraj here.
Yes. Yes, Neeraj.
Right, definitely we all understand that SAP supports three currencies. So I don't think we discuss on this, or even logically going forward, it will never be that they may convert from three currency to two currencies. But
Yes.
definitely how it is configured and how it is derived, this
Yes,
it
we
definitely
tried
can.
various transaction codes.
Right. So we didn't know how to go into SAP NetWeaver.
Yes.
Right.
No,
So
NetWeaver also we tried, but we were trying to go into the currencies tab. See, if you
right.
Actually,
remember, we
yeah.
tried this option under
Gaurav, it was
SAP.
even it was T code also told that, but we never got into OY01. That was the T code when it was told. At the time, we decided that we not to go for hard currency. We wanted group currency. That's why we look into SCC4.
Yes.
SCC4,
Yes, so
yeah,
all
group
these
currency.
currencies are maintained, like the hard currency is maintained at the country level, and then you said
Yes.
the group currency is coming from actually controlling area, and that can be maintained at the client.
Yes.
Okay, Gaurav,
Okay.
Neeraj here.
Gaurav, if it is
I would
maintained,
request
yeah.
I would
Sorry.
request one thing. So right
Yes.
now, let's not get into this. Rather, let's be on the schedule of the meeting, the
No,
schedule of
but
the
Neeraj,
class.
I think
Right.
these are very see, at the
Right.
same
But
time, I
in
think
fact,
these are also very,
for
yes.
currencies, I'm myself not confident on currencies. I would request if we can have one class for currencies only to understand like
Mm-hmm.
what these various currencies are like, how they are used, and how they are configured, and how do they react. So would it be
Okay, but
possible
I
if we
don't
can
think,
have?
I
So
don't have any
I'd
problem.
say for example your hard currency, your index currency, because
Mm-hmm.
normally we understand local currency and your group currency,
No, no,
right?
see,
So
this
this is
hard currency and index currency, I'll not go by what exactly they mean, but at the same time, in SAP terms, I just understand that apart from one local currency, you can configure whatever two currencies you want to report to, right?
Mhm.
So, irrespective of whether it is my hard currency, it is my index-based currency, I can use two parallel currencies at the same time.
Mhm.
Right. Apart from this, the description of what is index-based currency, hard currency, I don't think at the client place also, he is very clear. I just want, apart from INR, my global currency which I follow for reporting is USD, and at the same time, I want the reporting in Euro also, for example. So in that case, we need
Okay.
to configure the two currencies in that situation. But
Because
again, what is,
generally what happens, one is your local currency, the other
yes.
becomes your group currency. Like for example, a US company having a subsidiary here in India. So
Mm-hmm.
for local you will have INR. For group currency you will have USD.
Mm-hmm.
Now for controlling you can have one currency that is your chart of account currency.
Yes, so now what it is doing is if you are defining the currency in the controlling, it is automatically taking as a group currency, right?
That's right.
Yes, we have seen the last session. But again, if you have
Right.
the
Group,
requirement of
group
third
currency
parallel
and
currency
controlling
also.
currency are more or less the same thing. Right. But for other currencies, like for the third currency, like what do you mean by your hard currency or index
No,
currency or
in
any person in the
SAP,
group if they have used that? Right. So that was the
sorry,
whole idea for discussing this in detail. But I can
Mhm.
understand. I don't want to derail the class right now. So let's
Yes,
complete
yes.
the schedule for this class and then we take this.
no, actually,
Okay.
just to remind you that I read in one of the SAP material, the third
Mhm.
currency will supported on special cases only, not on all the bases. That's what they mentioned.
It's quite strange. I would say three currencies is what basic SAP provides. And friends, to all of you, right now I'm handling a case where a company already has configured three currencies, and now in fact they intend to change these three currencies. So it's a major project.
Okay, see, we'll do one thing. This currency is nothing new in simple finance, right? So what we can do is, I think most of the whatever details you want, you will get on the net. So maybe the next, as you said that we'll start the session half an hour earlier. So you take one topic by, like you search on it, or everybody of you, and you can discuss half an hour early. I think that will be the better idea.
That's great.
If you,
Thanks, Gaurav.
yes, if you don't want to, okay,
Yeah.
not an
Okay.
issue. Yes, Veda, you were asking something. Is it relevant to the currency itself, or we can start off with the session today?
Please start, Gaurav. I'm okay with that.
Okay. So, yes, we were about to start appendix ledger last time, but due to time constraint, we are not able to start. So let's start from appendix ledger now. So let me go to SPRO. So there is only one screen through which we can define all our leading, non-leading ledgers now. There is no separate screen. This is the same screen that we use for creating our leading and non-leading ledgers. Okay. So now here, as you can see, you can only have one leading ledger, right? This is already, I think this was under the new GL also, so there is nothing new. Apart from this, you can have your parallel ledgers. Okay. Now this parallel ledgers can be your standard ledger or it can be your appendix ledger. Okay, the standard ledger, I think most of us know that whatever postings we make to uh, for example, if you are making any posting to the normal without providing any ledger group, what it will do is it will post to all our leading and non-leading ledgers. But at the same time, some of the transactions we can directly post to the particular ledger also. Okay, and if you have created a ledger group to the particular ledger group, which means that under one ledger group, if you have defined three different ledgers, automatically when you post the transaction to that ledger group, it will automatically get posted to all these three ledgers which are assigned. Okay, so this is about non-leading ledgers. Now, non-leading ledgers can be either standard or they can be appendix. Standard, whatever we have seen till now, it was standard. That what if we update anything without specifying a ledger, what it will do is it will automatically update my ledger plus non-ledger. At the same time, if I want to update any entry directly to the non-ledger, I can do that also. And whenever I'll generate a report, what it will do is it will consider all the transactions which are posted to all ledgers plus to that particular specific ledger also. Now, coming to the storage part, see both the things are same. Standard ledger is also same, appendix ledger is also same. So when I'm saying whenever we post any transaction to all ledger groups, it is also posted to my appendix ledger also. Okay. At the same time, whenever I want to post any posting related to that particular appendix ledger, that is also possible. And finally, when you get the report, it will show you the postings which are made to your all ledger groups plus the postings which are made to the particular ledger group also. The difference is in terms of storage. So till now what was happening is whatever I was posting, for example, if I have one leading ledger and one non-leading ledger. So if I post two lines in one transaction, so two lines will be updated in FAGL Flexa, FAGL Flexa table under 0L, and two lines will be posted under NL, non-leading ledger. Okay, so what is happening is for each and every line, whatever non-leading ledgers have been configured, they are posting the same number of lines in non-leading ledgers also. So what is happening is if I have 1000 lines, if I have one parallel ledger activated, the system is storing 2000 lines. If I have 1 million lines, it is storing 2 million lines. If there is only one ledger activated, so if there are three ledgers activated at the same time, so it will be 4 times whatever lines you are updating, it will update 4 times the lines. So what it will do indirectly is it will impact the performance of my system. Okay, so apart from this storage, there is not any much changes in terms of appendix ledger. in appendix ledger, what it is, how it stores the data is, when I post anything to all ledger groups, or maybe for every appendix ledger, I need to define the base ledger. So for example, my base ledger is 0L, which is my leading ledger. So whatever I'll post to my leading ledger, that will automatically go to my appendix ledger. At the same time, I can directly post to the appendix ledger also. So now whatever postings are routing through 0L, my leading ledger, they will not get updated in AC.K. Okay, but the postings which I'm directly entering in my appendix ledger, that will only be available in AC.K. But at the reports, you will see that all the information which is updated in 0L, that is also appearing in my appendix ledger. Okay, but there are some restrictions. Now you will say that if this is the functionality available, why should we use the standard non-leading ledger then? Okay, we should
Sorry,
always
Gaurav.
use
Can you tell me this? Your line got disturbed in my area. So can you tell me the storage part again? What were you telling?
yes. So for example, if I have one leading ledger and one non-leading ledger, 0L and NL for example. So what will happen is, if I post anything without specifying the ledger group, what it will do is it will post, for example, if I have a posting of 2 lines, so 2 lines will be posted in 0L and 2 lines will be posted in NL. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it clear? Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
Faggle Flexa will have 2 lines from 0L and 2 lines from NL. Now if I have millions of lines in 0L, what will happen is all these lines will be updated in NL also. And this is just
Yeah.
an example of one non-leading ledger. So if I have 3 non-leading ledgers in place, what will happen is the data will be fourfold.
Yeah.
You agree? Yes.
Yes.
So indirectly what will happen is my performance will become slow. If I'm doing some reporting on Faggle Flexa, my performance will become, definitely it will become slow, right? So what they have done they are not performed the same things in
Yeah.
terms of AC.K. In AC.K, if you are in AC.K, if you are defining the appendix ledger, what will happen is, okay, don't let you confuse with AC.K. Just under the appendix ledger. In appendix ledger, what will happen is, if you are posting something to the uh, all the ledgers, what will happen is it will not post to my appendix ledger. Okay, appendix ledger will take the postings only from the base ledger which you are defining here. So for example, let's take an example that I have one leading ledger, one standard non-leading ledger called as NL, and one appendix ledger called as AL. In that case, if I'm posting a line, or if I'm posting a transaction with 2 lines, in AC.K there will be 2 into 3. If I perform the old logic, what will happen is 2 documents, so 2 lines per ledger. So 2 lines for 0L, 2 lines for NL, and 2 lines for AL. But in case of appendix ledger, this 2 lines of AL will not be stored, because I don't need to store, because I have said that whatever is updated, whatever is stored in terms of 0L, they are by default the part of AL. So whenever I'll generate a report, whatever is updated in 0L, it will automatically pick. At the same time, I can post directly into AL also, and that lines will available directly in AC.K. So at the reporting part, I will have the transactions which are posted to 0L plus the transactions which are posted to AL separately.
So great, wonderful. You would say, Gaurav, earlier which used to be like 2 line items, if 3 ledgers, so total database used to become 6. But now, in fact,
Yes.
going forward, since everything what appendix ledger would inherit would be from 0L, assuming that it is appendix ledger for 0L. So that's why all the entries would be visible only in 0L. So system would automatically pick it up as your AL entry also, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
further,
Exactly.
yes, of course, if any ledger specific entry which you have done in AL, only that would be visible in your AC.A,
Exactly.
right? And it will pick up only the difference. Oh, so you
Yes.
would say instead of, wow, means instead of 4 times, it will be just, one time, but 2 entries and plus whatever your ledger specific done for your appendix ledger, right?
Yes, exactly.
So,
Now I
okay.
understand. Somebody told me that HANA is such an expensive infrastructure. So how do you handle like data storage? So these are the ways through which you can reduce the cost.
Yes, but
Because if
again
you
there is
reduce lesser, right?
No, but in
yes,
this
again
case,
there is one. Yes,
just
just a minute.
to
Again, there is one restriction to it. I'll come to it. But before that, Anurag, what you want to ask?
actually, so whatever just you conveyed and whatever Neeraj actually got it, which I also got the same thing. So it means so whatever entry posted in all the ledger which is routed through 0L, even if it is not updated that table point of view in ACDoc, but if we want to extract a report, that will be visible because of the means that uh,
Yes, because the base ledger for AL is 0L. So whatever is
0L.
maintained in 0L, that will be also available in AL. At the same time, whatever are the differential postings that you directly post in AL, they will be updated. They will be stored in ACDoc also, and they will be available in the report also.
Okay, so if I want to take a report for ledger AL, so I can see all the data even if it is not stored in AC.A.
Exactly. Yes. Now coming to the
Okay.
restriction, like
No,
again,
Garu, it means that we assign the appendix ledger to sub ledger. Sorry, we assigned the appendix ledger to standard ledger and inherit all the journal entries of the standard ledger for the reporting. Correct.
exactly. Yes,
And
exactly.
also we posting made explicitly to an appendix ledger are visible in that appendix ledger but not in underlying standard ledger. Correct.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
So then, so for the performance issues, so in this case, in simple finance, we should always go with the appendix ledger entries for
Yes,
non-leading
that is
entities.
yes, that is the
What should be the
reason I'm
code?
coming. Yes, that is the reason I'm coming to the restrictions now. So as this is a
Okay.
new functionality, I'm expecting that this restriction will also be removed and everybody will move to appendix ledger if they are using any non-leading standard ledgers. The restriction is with new asset accounting. Okay, so let's say I'll come to it when we'll talk about new asset accounting, but let me tell you in brief what exactly the restriction is. So normally what we do is we create the depreciation areas specific to the non-leading parallel ledgers, right? But what is the problem here is because the underlying ledger is 0L, system will not allow you to create two different depreciation areas, one with 0L and one with AL or the appendix ledger. The reason is the ledger which will be affected is a common one, 0L. Underlying ledger is same. And that is the reason why this asset accounting will not allow you to configure the depreciation area for the appendix ledger. So where we should use this appendix ledger then? If we are not able to use in new asset accounting, where should we use? The answer is that if you are getting your reports of new asset accounting without using the appendix ledger, for example, if there are not many changes in terms of asset accounting, okay, there may be some adjustment entries you need to post. If there are very minimal number of entries that are separate between two ledgers, then only you should go with appendix ledger. But if there are huge difference, like everywhere there is a difference in the valuation. For example, let's take any two accounting principles in which in every term there are a lot of differences. Then it is always preferred to go with a standard non-leading ledger. But if your asset accounting is same, the valuation for both the accounting principle is almost same. There is no change in terms of asset accounting, and even in terms of normal accounting, there are very minimal changes. Then only go for appendix ledger. But again, I think SAP would be working on it, and I think we'll get a solution for this also. But till date, when we try to create a depreciation area and we assign to uh, define the ledger or accounting principle which is assigned to my appendix ledger, system will not work. It will throw error that this underlying ledger has all for sorry depreciation area has already been configured for the underlying ledger.
So in today's scenario, we can only be able to assign a standard ledger, the non-leading ones,
Yes.
to depreciation area.
Yes. So if in asset accounting terms there are not much of changes in the valuation, then you should go ahead and create your appendix ledger instead of standard non-leading ledger. At the same time, if the number of entries or the number of differences between the two ledgers is very minimal, then SAP is suggesting to use appendix ledger. But if there are a lot of changes in leading and non-leading ledger, it is always better to store this information in the duplicated way and use the normal standard ledger.
What is the transaction code to post the entry directly into the appendix ledger?
It is
In
same
terms
FB50,
of like
FB50L.
50 is there. Every 50 is for the the standard ledger.
Yes,
Leading
FB50L is for
ledger.
see FB50L we were using earlier also for a specific ledger group. Here also you can use that transaction and you can post directly to the appendix ledger. I am going to show you that. Don't worry about that. Understand from the theoretical perspective. Don't go what will be the transaction. I'll show you that.
FB50L.
Yes. Clear? So if you are clear, we'll go with the configuration, how it is configured, and we'll post some documents. Okay. So the configuration, you can create a ledger here. For example, let's say I'm creating a entry. I don't know, A has been used a lot. I'm saying LA, for example, I'm just interchanging the letters. It is my appendix ledger. So the ledger type is appendix ledger and the name which I'm giving is, let's say, appendix ledger for T009. And the base ledger I'm taking is 0L. And this is not a restriction. You can take the base ledger as your non-leading ledger also. That is not a problem.
Gaurav, one question here.
Yes.
Before we deep dive into this, can a non-leading ledger also be a standard ledger?
Non-leading ledger, yes, it is all. It was already there, no? Whatever NL N2 we have created, they were standard ledgers.
No, but under what scenarios you would create a non-leading ledger as a standard ledger? Because 0L I understand it as a standard ledger. For non-leading ledger, why would you create it as a standard ledger?
You see, whatever we are following till now, we are doing the same. We are creating our non-leading ledgers as a standard ledgers because there was no option of creating them as a appendix ledger till now.
Fine. I got your point. It cannot be an appendix ledger. Non-leading
Yes.
ledger cannot be an appendix ledger. That's why it has to be standard. Okay, fine. Got it. Thanks.
I don't know you got it right or not. I mean to say you are saying non-appendix ledger cannot be appendix.
In fact, I got confused. I was looking to it from the viewpoint of group ledger, like leading ledger and the non-leading ledger. If both are in the same group.
No, see, leading ledger has to be standard ledger. Simple.
Right.
Your non-leading
can be appendix or standard.
Yes, non-leading can be standard or appendix. If it is standard, it will populate all the line items in the table. If it is appendix, it will only update the lines which are particular to that ledger group.
Okay. So for non-leading also still, it will be like if one leading and one non-leading, still the database would be loaded with 4 entries.
If it is standard.
Right. I would say both are like I am using a leading ledger and a non-leading ledger, which both are standard.
In that case, it will be duplicate.
Okay, so it will be as good as the previous one, that it will create 4 line items.
Yes, standard is previous one. Standard means no change. There is only change with the appendix.
Right.
Only the introduction of appendix ledger is a change.
Right.
Okay. So yes, I am creating a creating a non-leading ledger as a appendix ledger. The base ledger will be my leading ledger 0L. Okay, let me save this. This is, I think, related to this company. Don't worry about this. So see, what happened is, as soon as you create a ledger, automatically, I think this we discussed last time also, that if you create any ledger, by default the system will also create a ledger group which will be one-to-one mapping with this ledger. Okay, so ledger group is also created, LA. Now you can make the settings of this ledger at the company code level. Okay, so by default, what system does, I think this is a drawback again. When I've created a ledger called as a appendix ledger, what it has done is it has automatically activated this non-leading appendix ledger for all company codes. Okay, so if you are using multiple company codes and you just want to use this non-leading appendix ledger for a particular company code, you have to delete all these entries from here. So let's see what are the settings for our company code, whether it is maintained or not. See, the settings are copied from 0L. So only thing, there is a separate ledger, otherwise all the settings are same. Now you can assign the different accounting principles to this appendix ledger also. Right, that is the whole idea. Why I want to create appendix ledger? Because I have the different valuations which I need to take care. Right. So let's take any. Okay, let's take this. So what I have done is I have assigned a accounting principle which is different from my leading ledger. So when I'm saying I have two, or in this case in for T009 actually we have three accounting principles, and we made this requirement with one leading ledger, one standard non-leading ledger, and third one is one appendix non-leading ledger. Clear?
Yes.
Gaurav, one question here.
Yes.
With respect to ledger groups, so earlier we could assign different ledgers to different ledger groups. Now going forward, would it be always one-to-one mapping?
No. See, there will be always one-to-one mapping ledger group which will be automatically created. Apart from this, if you want to create a separate ledger group, you can always create. That is not a restriction.
Okay.
So
Then
for
I can,
example,
okay,
yes,
like,
for example,
but there is no change in the functionality, right?
just a minute. Let me clarify. See, you have created three ledgers, and automatically system has created three ledger groups, right? So 0L was assigned to 0L ledger group, NL was assigned to NL ledger group, and AL was, I'm just giving example, I am not aware of, okay, let's take exact example. So 0L was assigned to 0L, N2 was assigned to N2 ledger group, and LA is assigned to LA ledger group. Now, if I want to create a separate ledger group for all my non-leading ledgers, so I can create a ledger group called as NL, which is my non-leading ledger group, and I can assign both N2 and LA to that.
Okay.
So if I want to post an entry only to a single ledger, I'll select LA or N2. But if I want to post the entry to both non-leading ledgers, I can directly use NL.
Okay, but here since we are using one-to-one, that is we have three ledger groups, 0L, NL, and AL, right?
Yes.
So when I
Yes.
make entry without assigning any ledger group, so entry would flow automatically to all the three.
Yes, it
Right?
will flow to all the three
Of course,
in the
it is not
report.
to AL, since AL would
Yes.
be available in your 0L itself, but it will flow to the non-leading ledger as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Gaurav, when you create a ledger, it automatically creates ledger group as well. Then how do you avoid assigning that ledger to another ledger group?
How can you avoid sending that ledger to another ledger group? Why
So
you
you
need that
said,
first of all?
one ledger group can have multiple ledgers, right?
Yes.
So see, here option which I see, whenever I create ledger, it automatically creates ledger group as well.
Yes.
So it's by default will be assigned with one ledger group. And how do we assign any particular ledger to common ledger group?
Yes, you can assign. See, it is by default, like whatever we are doing till now. Okay, let me show you. I had given the example, but let me do that also here. So define a ledger group. Okay, I'm creating another ledger group now. I'm saying T9 for example, because this is my company code and I can give non-leading group for T009. Okay, so I have created this another ledger group and I want to assign both my ledgers, non-leading ledgers here. So one is N2 and other is LA, I think. Select, okay, one representative. So let me say this is my, yes, actually talking about this will not allow. The reason is why we have created appendix ledger, because we want to post one to one into it, right?
Yeah.
That is the reason it is not allowing. So the non-leading, it is a good idea that you asked this question. Yes, appendix ledger cannot be assigned to the commonly created ledger group. It will only post to the single ledger group.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute, huh?
Okay.
Hi guys, to all of you. This is Neeraj. Guys, very quickly, I just wanted to understand: is anybody working on HANA database?
Neeraj, mine is not HANA database.
Anybody in the class who's working on HANA database?
Hi Neeraj. Actually, we are working, but only the BW side. We are going to switch out to the VCC also soon.
Oh, great, great, great. See, I have a scenario, and I wanted to understand maybe if you guys can help me with that. Now, my client has a very limited space in HANA, close to around about 60 GB. So he says to implement BW on HANA and take a secondary storage device attached to HANA, keep all the data in the secondary storage device, and only on need basis transfer data to the HANA database for reporting. So is it possible?
Hello.
I'm not sure. It is too technical and HANA based because I'm not aware of the means too technical side in HANA based database. Just I'm aware of what are the means the new functionalities, everything that's all only.
Hello.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah. Neeraj, can we start? We can. You can discuss this
Definitely.
afterwards. Yes.
Sure,
Okay.
of course. I was just using the time
Yes.
as long as you were not there.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Not a problem. Okay. So let's try to post something to all ledgers and then to the specific ledger, and let's see what is happening. Okay. So let me post a single document, and this will be the common document for all my ledger groups. Okay. Let's say cash credit to expense debit. So document simulate. Okay, let me go and see the simulation for the general ledger view. So you can see that this is a simulation document, and this is for zero L. We are able to see now. Just a minute. Where is 0L? Okay, let me select. By default, this should be 0L. If I want to see for N2, which is my non-leading standard ledger, again I can see. And let's try for appendix ledger, which is LA. LA. So you can see here also, right? Now let me post
Gaurav,
this.
anywhere I can see the ledger name. See, we have opted different ledgers, right? So how do I know this is part of LA or leading ledger? Anywhere it is seen in the document of posting.
In the document.
Just now we have from the drop down box you have taken, you have selected, right, ledgers.
Yes, yes. So when
So
you
when it,
F4, when you okay, let me show you. Document in general ledger view, you mean to say.
yeah, yeah,
So this is my general ledger view. Okay.
correct.
Other
Yeah.
ledger. Yes, you can see the text here, na?
Here I can see, once I have selected this, how do I know it is, this particular document is for OL? Of course, yeah, I have selected OL, but anywhere in the document I see this is
See,
OL
normally,
stroke.
yes, yes. I got your question. So see, you can see yes, ledger 0L.
Yeah, yeah,
So this
because
is pertaining.
sometimes though, yeah, though I have selected for OL or whatever LA, it may display previous view as well. That's the reason I want to ensure it is displaying for LA. That's the reason I'm
Yes, yes,
asking.
yes. Yes. So here also you can see this is ledger LA,
Okay.
right? But now if you just see the AC doc A, do you have any question here? You want to see anything here in this document? Or we can directly go to AC doc A?
I just wanted to know this. I'm new to new ledger as well.
Gaurav, Gaurav,
Yes.
sorry, we can't see the here the ledger group is not updating. Okay, just now we created right one ledger group.
Uh-huh. No, but see, document you can see only at the level of ledger. You want to create a document for the ledger group, you mean to say?
Yes,
Yes,
because
that is a separate transaction. This is the common document. This is the document which is posted for all ledgers.
oh, okay, okay, sorry, okay, got it.
Yes, we'll come to that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, so you can see here that this document is posted and it contains all the lines for all different ledgers. But if you see the AC doc A table now,
So Gaurav, AC doc A should show 4 line items only, right? For
exactly.
your leading ledger and NL.
Yes. This was my document number. See,
Yes, got it.
it is only showing you 4 line items. So it is not storing the data for AL or
For
LA.
AL,
The
right?
reason being it can automatically pick from 0L. There is no need to add this data here.
Great.
Clear? So if you, for example, now I think the client was asking me the question last time. There was some, from the client's point of view, there were some SAP consultants who were making sure that everything is fine. So they were asking me if this is the case, if I want to generate any report in future only based on my LA, then I'll not get this data from AC doc A. So what should be the answer?
Exactly, like because it is not storing data in any other table.
Yes,
But
so what should be
what
the answer then?
do you generate from 0L? Because whatever you are taking in 0L, that is in your AL, as well as AL specific entries are also available here.
Simple, that is the answer.
Right.
So you can say that take all the documents where where my ledger is 0L or LA.
Hmm.
So it gives you a
Or
report.
and right.
Yes.
यार consulting experience इतना तो समझ में आता ही है.
No, but that client was very like he was very wondering. He again and again like I came to know only after that my management got this question. But he was asking everybody if this is the case, how will be it updated. Then when we had looked at this table, it was very simple actually. So he was also uh, happy
So
that okay,
Gaurav,
I'll get
in
this
that
report.
case, just to add a pinch of just a bit of light note, I'll forward my CV to you.
Actually, you are a director. We should forward the CV to you.
That we
Most
had a
welcome.
plan to
As I
send
said,
the
I'm
CV to
getting
you,
large assignments.
but you are moving to this Kaurav's company. We are a little bit worried now.
Never mind, never mind. All these CVs can be in a common database. As it is, we'll get a lot of work in this.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Okay, so if you see the report now my report should be very clear, right? If I see the report for LA, it should show me all the documents which are posted in 0L also. So normally for balances and line item reports, normally we refer to the report called as FS10N, right? FS10N, which is my GL balances. So let me give this expense account. Okay, and the ledger here, you can choose your ledger from here. Oh, sorry, it was 4,000, not this much. Okay, so this is your report for 0L. Okay, and this is showing, actually you can see that only you can just concentrate on this 7 period because these are the postings we made in the last month. So today we made the posting of this 7th month only. Now, if I just go back and select a ledger, let's say LA. Here is LA. Yes. So you can see here also. So not only the postings which are made after configuring this LA, even the postings which are made before configuration of the appendix ledger, they are also copied. Because in short, they are just taking the data from 0L. Whatever is posted in 0L, they are bringing in the report. This information is not getting stored anywhere else, right?
So Gaurav, is there some concept of view? I'm saying, is it creating a view on the fly?
View are created on the fly for each and every transaction now because this this report, it is coming from my FAGL FlexT, right? And FAGL FlexT is a view now, and FAGL FlexT is asking the data from ACDoc. And when it is asking the data, it is in such a way that it is asking for the data of 0L also and LA also. So irrespective of whether the posting was made before the configuration of LA or it is made after the configuration of LA, it is showing all the data which is available in 0L. I'm not sure if anybody has tried this type of configuration earlier. Like I have configured my 0L. I was not using any non-leading ledger for let's say 6 months afterwards. And then again, I got the requirement of configuring the non-leading ledger. I configured that. Have you come through this requirement, any one of you? Can you configure the non-leading ledger once you are already on performing the live transactions, after you perform the live transactions?
Yes, I have handled such a situation, but that was
Mm-hmm.
in your
Yes,
2.0.
we have done that. We have done that.
So is just can you
So
just
you have
mute?
to use SNO services for this.
Just a minute, just a minute. Yes, yes, Anurag, what you're saying?
Hi, this is Neeraj here.
Yes, Neeraj.
So I was saying we have already used the scenario, but
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do is like you have to take an SNO services from SAP.
Exactly, because it is not very easy because you are touching the like you are touching your live data in that case, right?
That's right. So you have to create your complete ledger. I'm
Mm-hmm.
say a mirror copy of your ledger to the non-leading ledger. This is
Mm-hmm.
what the SLO does. So you will say
Yes.
now going forward, I need not use this. At any point of time, I can create a non-leading ledger.
Yes, if you are using appendix ledger.
Because for right. Because for leading ledger, as it is, the copy is there in your appendix ledger.
Exactly. So it is taking the data on the runtime. It is not storing any data. It is taking the
Right.
data. Whatever is available in 0L, it will automatically pick that data and it will show you in the report.
Great. So it's a loss to SAP itself.
I think in this
Because of conflict.
field of appendix ledger there will be lot of improvements. As I told you, there are some restrictions which are currently there, but there will be lot of improvements, and going forward after 1 or 2 years, everything will go for appendix ledger in case of parallel valuation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi Gaurav, this is Anurag. Actually, you are asking about whether anybody has worked on the scenario of activating the non-leading after working for some months or years in
Yes,
only one
at
leading
least
ledger.
some transaction. Yes.
Yeah, we have done that, and we have actually migrated from one leading ledger to the scenario of leading as well as non-leading after some time.
Okay. So, but
So
how easy
that
it
is
was?
the basically migration scenario number 8.
You mean to say it is totally a separate migration scenario? You have to perform a separate project in that case, right?
Yes,
No, I
yes,
would
yes.
say
Yeah.
scenarios are like 6, 7, 8. So I believe he has worked on scenario 8, Anurag.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Right. So
That's what I'm
SLO,
saying. So we
SLO
have to
which is configured is for scenario 8.
number 8 actually we have worked on. Yeah.
Okay. No, but now
I've
you
worked
can
on
see
3,
how
6,
easy it
8
is.
all, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but in terms of appendix ledger, you can see how easy it is to
Correct.
Yeah,
add
yeah.
a
So
ledger
it is very
afterwards.
straightforward. Actually, the biggest advantage is just now, even before configuring the appendix ledger, you can see the entries. Means the entries posted before configuration also. I can see it here. So,
Yes, yes, yes.
but in
Because
case
it will
of
automatically.
yeah, but in case of non-leading ledger, configured as a standard ledger, which is the previous in the previous version, which we are doing today also, that is not
Mm-hmm.
possible here. It is only possible in appendix ledger, no? Which you are showing now. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. It is only possible in the appendix ledger.
So in this case,
That,
it means if appendix ledger would have been in place before, and in my situation where I have worked on migration scenario number 8, so that won't be required at all because it is already available here, right?
yes, exactly.
Okay. So definitely in the future, if those kind some restrictions can be taken out, then client would definitely
I
would go
think
for the.
yes, I think this same question we asked in the last month to SAP, and they said they are working. So let me check if they are come up with a solution to it for asset accounting. I think that will be great then. Then they already removed this restriction, and they were like totally involved in removing this restriction because they want to move to the paradigm of appendix ledger. They want to stop this. Like start means I'm not saying the services, but they want the customers to use appendix ledger rather than the standard non-leading ledger.
Yeah, that is actually really a big exercise of those migration steps.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So now let's try to post a document directly into the appendix ledger and see what is the difference then. Or rather, if you want to post something directly to 0L, okay. We'll try if we are just updating 0L, is it going to update my appendix ledger also or not?
I believe it will. Let's see.
Yes, it should be.
Of course, it's an
So
appendix
I'll
ledger,
just
so it will
enter.
carry a copy of 0.
Yes,
At the table
yes,
level, it's
yes.
0. Hmm.
It will be.
Postings to GL accounts with open item management are not permitted. Okay, you got this now? Posting to GL account with open item management are not permitted. I think Anurag, Anurag or Neeraj, that we are discussing this in this GL FS00
Hmm.
for 2000 and this control data, this one. This means if you are not ticking this, it is not allowed to post to the specific ledger group.
So, but it doesn't mean that we cannot post this account to all other groups.
No, if you want to specifically post
No,
to the ledger group,
suppose if I want this account to post to all ledgers as well as specific ledgers, then what should I do?
then you have to tick here.
Oh,
So you can say, Gaurav,
previously we
Okay,
were
okay,
thinking the opposite
okay,
way.
okay. Just a minute, just a minute. We'll try this out.
So, right.
So I am
What I
making
can
this.
figure out, right,
Yes.
means for most of the accounts, the configuration would be this clearing specific to ledger account.
Yes.
So once
Just a
you
minute.
take
Let
this,
me.
so you can go for all ledger as well as a specific ledger.
Yeah. See,
Because you know,
I
for the
think
specific
I think we
ledgers,
should try it because. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, but
actually, you
again,
know, specific ledger posting is not done with open items.
yes,
Specific
Neeraj.
ledger
Just a
posting is
minute.
only
Neeraj, just a minute. Let me try what is happening if I just take this. Let's try all these three combinations: posting to
right,
0L, posting
right.
to LA, and posting to all the ledgers.
I'm saying all are individual. Let's try this.
Yes. Okay, because there are already some, what is his name,
Entries into
account
this.
with clearing specifically oddly permitted in local. Just a minute.
You have to select the indicator only balance in local currency. That's what it's saying.
Okay, it is only for local currency, but how it will affect, like,
Because it's a clearing account, no? That's why. That's why it's
yes,
asking.
yes, you're right.
Sorry, I
Okay.
couldn't get
And
you.
no, because it is clearing account, and normally in all our clearing accounts, we make sure that the balances are only updated in local currency, because we don't want to run the foreign currency revaluation for such accounts,
Right.
Yeah.
and we don't
Yeah.
want
Oh,
to.
fine. We can try out with any other account. We can
Yeah,
select
yeah, I'm
another
just.
account.
But again, I think this will be the better because we already done some transactions to this. Let's check what is happening. Yes, not possible. Account has a balance. We are not able to do this. So let's create a copy of this account and let's try all these combinations there.
Yep.
So yes, let me go back from here. This is because whenever any new functionality comes, the client or the customer is always like, what you
We
can
are
say,
keen to know what is.
reluctant to try that functionalities. So in my last project, although we have configured most of the functionalities, or maybe it was the migration project, so there was not much of configuration, there were a lot of migrations. But client has specifically said, no, I don't want to use appendix ledger till the time it is not solving all that problems which it has.
Restrictions, etc.
Yes, restrictions. So it was my balance sheet account group, assets again, cash in hand. I just want to give the different description to it. Coming to control data, I need to take this and I need to take this. This will be okay. This should be G001. Okay, so now we'll try with this GL. Yes, it has worked here at least. Just give me a minute. Huh? Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yes, so let's try to post this. Okay, and then let's go to
But
FS10N.
just a minute. You posted it to 0L only, right?
Yes, I posted it to 0L only. Okay, let's see this
So then it
document
should go
first.
into right.
Yes, so let's go to general ledger view, and so this is my 0L, and let me see if it is updated in LA also. Yes, it is posted in LA also.
Right.
And let me see if it is posted to N2. It is not showing at all. This means it is not posted.
Right.
And let's go to our
Yeah.
AC
So
doc now.
that is implied. So yeah. So always leading ledger and
Gaurav, just
sorry
because
the base.
this append
Yes, sorry.
Gaurav, since this appendix ledger is active, by default it is avoided another non-leading ledger.
No. See, if we are posting directly to the ledger group, for example, 0L, in our old system, forget about appendix ledger. What happens is, it will only update my 0L, right? It will not update to my non-leading ledger.
Okay.
But here,
Since you
because
are
0L is, yes, because 0L is my base ledger for appendix ledger, that is the reason it is only updated to 0L plus appendix ledger and not to the non-leading ledger,
okay,
standard non-leading
fine,
ledger.
fine, I got it. If you have not defined any ledger, would have posted all the ledgers.
Yes,
Since you have
exactly.
taken leading ledger, it has even populated in appendix ledger. I got it. Yeah.
Yes, even you can post, the ledger specific posting to non-leading ledger also using the same screen.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Can you also check in FBL3 and that it is being managed as an open item or not? So we can confirm from there.
Okay. So this is only two line items are updated here, 0L, right? This is clear. Now
Yes.
let me go to FS10N and what it is saying is new ledger is implemented. Okay, but FAGLB03, somebody was saying this is not working. Let's try this also.
Yeah. Generally, we
Yeah,
use this one only because of the
FAGL
new GL functionality. FAGL B03 and FAGL L03 rather than
Yes,
FGL.
line and balance. Yes, line and balance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
yeah,
let me see.
FAGL B03 works, but only when we double click on the line item, it doesn't go to FAGL L03.
Okay, it is not going there. That is the only issue. Okay. So you can see that now it is 200, 100 plus 100. Okay, and this is for my leading ledger because I don't know why it is not showing here. Is there something? Yes, sir. Okay, here it is showing 0L. So this is my GL account ledger, GL account balance for ledger 0L. Now if I want to come back and I want to choose the ledger to, let's try for N2. It should show same thing, 100. It should not show 200, right?
Yes.
So see here it is. Okay, and somebody was saying if I double click here, let me try. It is going.
See in my case it's going means I don't know why it was not going into FHGL03 line items. Generally it is going.
Yes, it is going now also. In this server also it is going.
Generally it is going always.
Mm-hmm. No,
Actually,
but
last week I checked, but the thing it
okay,
didn't go.
last week it was doing.
See, I don't know what happened last week, but generally
Yeah.
by default it's going in SAP.
Okay.
Because
So
those
by
are
default it
always
goes. Only thing is yes. Okay. So this is
Gaurav,
about
this is we have a tested scenario where we selected clearing in specific ledgers, right?
yes.
So this is like flowing to all the three ledgers. And
No.
in
It is
case,
not flown to N2.
I'm sorry, right.
N2 it is not
It is
flowing
going
at
to
all. It is
0L
only
and the
flowing to
leading
0L and LA.
0L.
Now can you check
Yes.
LA? Can you check
Yes.
LA?
I'm checking. I'm going to it. So LA.
Elliot should be 200, 2000.
Yes. It should be 200. Yes, it is.
That's fine. Yeah. Can you go and check FBL3 and the
Just a minute.
GL20?
Just a minute. See, no items. Just a minute. No items selected. So in case of LA, it is showing no items selected. Okay, why? Meeting a selection.
Because there is no AC dock A.
Uh, no, it
Is
should
it
come
correct?
because in AC doc it is not there, but we are running this report on the fly.
Okay.
Okay, it is saying you are either no corresponding items, you are not authorized, the items have already been archived, migration from Classic to New GL and postings are only made to account for, what is this? In migration phase 1, postings are only made to the account for non-leading ledger. Okay, just don't worry about this. Let's try going to the line level report directly. If it is available for my appendix ledger, FAGL
0003.
Yes. So choose ledger.
2001. Execute the GL 2001.
Okay,
Yeah,
that also I'll do. Just yes,
yeah.
I'll do
Because we
that
want to
also.
see
Just
the take that open item account. Yes.
Yeah.
yes, that also I'll do. Yes, it is not showing any line items in FAGL-L03 for non-leading ledger, for appendix ledger actually.
Can you check 2001?
Yeah. Check
Just a minute,
2001.
just give me a minute. Let me try this old transaction if it is appearing here or not. Because normally I'm still using the old transaction. So let's see. Okay, this was actually. Yes, here it is not showing me the option of ledger at all.
So by
Am I right?
default, it is showing for 0L. It means.
Yes. It is only for 0L. So FBL3N works only for 0L, I think. Yes, and that is the reason why SAP
See, generally
has.
we should not use FBL3N in the new GL. We should not use
Yes,
it.
that is the reason. That is the reason why SAP has provided a new transaction in which you can see the report based on the ledger.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now you want me to see FAGL B03 for account 2001, right?
Yes, please. FAGL03 all items and or maybe open items whatever to 2001.
No, first you want to see the balance or do you want to see the directly the lines?
It's same. It's same. You can go from here also.
FBL 3N.
Okay. Yes. So the credit is here. If I double click here, which ledger is this first of all?
OL at the top.
Yes, for this also line items. Line items for this should come or not come. This is the balance. It should come, right?
Yeah, any entry has a line by line item. So
Yeah. No, but we have not maintained this account as open item.
No, by default, when we are
Yes,
saying that
Line item should
no,
come.
no, sorry,
This is what we were
Gaurav. If you
assuming.
are not making open item, right, it won't show here because at present, right, our client also the same facing, we are facing the same issue this one. The recently, right, we changed the open item, sorry, we activated the open item management. Then some of the line item, right, we can't able to see the line item level. Because we log the voice, still the voice is also is there. In this issue.
no, but for 0L, the AC docker is updated. So then why it is not coming here in the line item level?
exactly.
But ECC also in the previous, now the current version, our current version also we can't able to see. Once we change, right, means the open item to means normal, right, account.
No, we didn't change. This is the new account 2001.
Yes.
We didn't
But
change.
we are not activated, right?
No,
First of
see,
all,
I think the
can't
logic
change
for this is,
entry.
gentlemen, the logic for this is that you create, I'd say for normal accounts, you go through open items. And for specific ledger postings, you keep different accounts where you do not want to see open items, right? You just want to carry out ledger specific postings.
I think he's incorrect. Neeraj saying
Yes, I also don't agree, Neeraj, because see, even if it is my non-leading ledger or maybe appendix ledger or it may be my ledger specific posting, but at the same time, if I want to perform the clearing for my ledger specific posting, so I want this account to be open item, and at the same time, whatever may be the case, if it is updated in AC doc, there should be the line.
Actually, boss, for parallel accounting, generally, only GL balances, ledger specific balances goes into parallel ledgers. And your clearing and all happens in customers and vendors, etc., which happens at the 0L level. So clearing really doesn't happen at the non-leading ledger end.
That is okay. That is correct.
But nevertheless, even if you have posted something, if you
Yeah,
want
it
to
should
know the
be.
details of it, it should be visible.
Actually, yeah, Neeraj, you are saying right that we should not do the clearing in the non-leading, but in this scenario we have posted, so it should be visible at least.
Right, visibility should be there because if there are 100 items which you have posted, you cannot just come up with one single amount. you would like to know the details, that what are ledger specific postings. But nevertheless, for ledger specific postings, you can select that ledger and see the line items for that.
Okay, my doubt to Gaurav, does the ledger specific postings in that GL account master data refer to only non-leading ledger groups?
No, okay,
Actually,
sorry,
can we select non-leading ledger group only? Can we see the entries in non-leading ledger?
Can you do for
No, but
N2 or N2 the same entry and then see what it shows?
Okay, so you mean to say I pass a FB50L transaction for non-leading ledger?
Yeah, you maybe just try for N2 and then see FHGL03 line item it is showing or not. Same entry, exactly same.
N2.
N2,
Right.
yeah, the standard non-leading ledger, yes, N2.
This should be 2001, right?
Yes.
Right.
Debit and then credit. Okay, we have not defined the document number ranges and document
number for ledger specific posting. That's right.
Yes, yes. We need to do this for our LAA also.
Right.
So as you mentioned,
how could we do? Just एक मिनट, just a minute. How could we अभी हम लोग पहली एंट्री कैसे हम लोग ने पास की अभी जब हम लोग ने 0L को केवल जो है टारगेट किया था?
नहीं 0L के लिए तो no 0L के लिए
we gave 0L in the ledger group field, that's why.
Oh,
no, sorry.
Right.
Rather than keeping it blank, we gave 0L in the ledger group field. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
No, but you know that became a ledger specific posting. So you need a separate document type for a ledger specific posting.
Oh yeah, so you mean to say that system didn't throw us an error at that time for the number ranges?
वो 0L पे जब हम post कर रहे थे तो why didn't the system throw an error?
Okay, one more doubt for me. Gaurav, can I one more doubt?
Just a minute. See. Just a minute. See, the document type which you define here, it is normally applicable for 0L. Okay,
right.
So whatever you have defined here, this is normally applicable for your leading ledger 0L. But you need to configure this document number ranges and document types only for your non-leading ledgers, and that is exactly why the error has not come in 0L. Because it is my leading ledger.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Got it.
Gaurav, what about appendix ledger? Suppose I want to post directly to appendix, no, it will not get from OL, then how it will take the number?
Just a minute. Let me maintain this first and I'll explain you what you're saying. Let me say 97 here. Again 97 here. Okay, so this number is posted now. Yes, now Anurag, what you want me to check?
No, now you go to FHGL03 and see this entry is visible for these two accounts as a line item.
For non-leading ledger, for
N2, yes, because we only posted for N2.
Yes, it is coming here. So what do you mean to say by this?
Okay, so my doubt. First of all, generally 0L is refer as leading ledger. So are we is this statement is correct that the posting on specific to a ledger group should not be limited to 0 because 0L is kind of a leading ledger which takes all the ledgers together. So we should not post any specific group entry to 0L. Does it mean like that?
Yeah, I don't know. So if that is the case, system should throw error. Na? It should not allow to create a ledger specific posting for 0L.
So by this means it means that specific checkbox in the GL master only refers to the non-leading ledger posting, the clearing accounts in specific ledger groups.
Yes.
Because it means that it is only relevant when you post to non-leading ledgers, not the leading ledgers. Even though it's a we have just seen, na?
Exactly. I would say if you have not taken that, so whatever you are placing to your leading ledger, it will flow to all the ledgers,
Yes.
right? However, if you have put that tick, that means it's only relevant when you are doing a ledger specific entry. So
To a
if you have
non-leading ledger.
uh, right to a non-leading ledger.
Non-leading ledger, not to the leading ledger.
So why not? Even to the leading ledger as well.
That is exactly mapped out also. It should be for leading ledger also. Why it is
No, but
considering, why it is showing the difference between my leading ledger and not. If there is a problem, actually it should not allow me to post anything in the leading ledger from that screen.
That is correct,
no,
but that is what we can means it is visible here actually.
Yes, yes. Here at least we can, whatever you are saying is right. But again, I need to check this because just a minute.
hey, hang on, boss. I think too many complex scenarios coming together, right?
Just a minute. Here, if it is it showing something that it should be only posted to non-leading ledger?
Nothing, only ledger groups.
Not necessary. Even leading
Yes.
ledger also can be posted. See, normally what happens is either leading ledger or non-leading ledger. Okay, if it is a account by open item management, we cannot post it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, by clicking this, even either a leading ledger or non-leading ledger, specific ledger can be posted by using this, and also clearing can be done, ledger specific.
Yes, but
Yeah,
that should be done
you
for
are
zero
right.
L also.
You are right. It should post to all ledgers, but why didn't the system show in the line item report?
Yes.
See, line item report, even Gaurav, can you execute for 4,000 expenses account?
Yeah, I
Because
tried
when I,
that also. I tried
is it,
that also. Both were not working. Yes, yes. Let me try.
yeah, because even 3 days back, I checked not only FAGL L03, new GL reports, some other reports also I checked. It is not working.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking some installation problem or what exactly. I don't know exactly what is the reason, but new GL reports are not working.
Okay. So see, here also it is not working for
Yes,
this.
yes, I got. I think the same issue I'm also facing the right now in production. We can't see the new GL reports, some of the line items.
Okay, I think there may be something related to your rights issue then. Possible, I
Not
think so.
no, because I have the all rights in the same thing, but same thing we log the ticket also in the voices.
No, but what exactly, or what the error you are getting?
Means same thing that we can't see the
Report
line
itself
item.
not available.
Line items are not coming. Okay.
Not coming. Yes.
Can you send me the, or if you have the test case, can you provide it me now? We'll see. Because we'll at least understand why it is not coming, how the system is behaving.
Maybe I will send you on the Monday because in my office system
Okay,
having
okay.
this.
If you have now, you can give it to me so that we can see if it is related to our this scenario. We may get the answer of what we are discussing. Okay, so
Actually, we can
I,
go to
Okay.
information system. There we can figure out. There are many new GL reports are there. Just click over that. We are not getting any details. Accounting
no,
general
see,
ledger, new
yeah, okay,
general
okay,
financial
okay,
account.
okay. Yes, yes. Let me clarify one thing. What is happening here is, as I told you, there are a lot of reports which are actually migrated to the new reports, to the IBP in short. Okay. So what was happened is, as I told you, that SAP has provided the note also that if you want to use old reports, that also you can use. So what is done here is in this server, I can also see there are old reports also available. But at the same time, if you want to run that reports, the there are some scenarios like you cannot use this scenario if you want to perform the old reporting. And if you are using that scenario, again the system will throw error, right? Because the old reports are built upon the old logic. For example, appendix ledger was not there earlier. How can you generate the old reports based on appendix ledger? So this type of scenarios are there. So maybe that can be the reason. But if you can give me particular test case, I think that will help me in identifying what is the root cause. Do you have any test case here, or you are
We
going
got,
to send
yeah,
me?
already got information. General ledger reports. Yeah, we
Okay.
can use, yeah, first one, financial statement also I have used, account balances also I checked. General, first one. Second one.
Ledger
Yes,
comparison.
underscore,
Okay.
yeah, EBS, yeah. I think this was,
Yes. Which company code?
yeah, 7140.
Now see here. I think in this report definitely there are some changes because the ledger configuration, the currency type configuration, everything has been changed. So you have to migrate to the new report. So okay, don't worry about this. I'll tell you about these reports later on. But I don't think this is anywhere related to our question now. Why the line item is not appearing in my
Yeah,
0L.
because
So that
why
is a
did
big.
I check? Yeah, reason behind why it was checked, because cost center report I was checking, since it was posting in UGL also.
Mhm.
Only by selecting company code and cost center, still we can able to get the details. From that perspective, I was checking this kind of reports, but now I couldn't get details.
Yes, yes, yes. I told you the reason. The reason is because almost all these reports have been exchanged by the new reports. So maybe in the next session or maybe in the next week, we'll talk about all these changes in the reports. So where you can find all these different new reports now. The big question is why no line item for 0L ledger group, right? Everybody has this question, right? Neeraj, Anurag, or you found any answer for this? Harish?
Yes, yes, yes. We have this question. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Any other question apart from this? Like related to this scenario itself? Okay. So I'll come back to you on this question definitely. Either with the proper like what exactly needs to be done if we want to get this line level reports for this type of transactions, or if not, what is the exact reason for that? I'll definitely come back to you on this. Okay. So now coming to the posting to a specific ledger group, which is the appendix ledger. So currently we have posted a document in in the ledger, in the leading ledger, and that has been flowed to our appendix ledger also. And even though line items are not appearing, but we can see the balances that it has been updated for my appendix ledger also and for my leading ledger also. So we can understand from this that whatever transaction, if you are posting to without providing the ledger group, that is also getting updated to my appendix ledger. If I'm entering any document directly to my leading ledger, because it is a base ledger for my appendix ledger, it is also getting updated. And third scenario we want to see is if we are directly updating directly to the appendix ledger, what is the difference? And we'll compare this difference with two different ledgers, like what is the balance in 0L and what is the balance in LA. Okay, but before this, we need to do the configuration, right? We need to configure the document type and the document number ranges, same way that we done for N2. So yes, ledgers.
Hi,
Sorry,
Gaurav, Neeraj here.
document.
Gaurav, why do
Yes.
we need to create a separate document type for AL when
Mm-hmm.
we understand that it can pick up from your 0L?
No, 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 it is not picking. Till now, when we are doing any transaction in 0L, it is picking from 0L. But if you want to
Okay.
post directly to that leading to that non-leading ledger, it has to be a separate document number and it has to be a separate document type, because
For
it will
AL.
not for appendix ledger. I mean to say LA.
AL. Right, LA. Oh, yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Even this was a scenario earlier also. So currently also, if you are using any standard uh, non-leading ledger and you want to post any document to it, you have to configure a separate document type. Maybe the same document type can be used, but you have to assign it properly and you have to assign a separate number range also. Okay, so document types. Define documents type for entry view in a ledger. This is the screen which we use for our non-leading ledgers, assigning the document type. So I'm assigning the same document type, let's say, but the number range has to be different. I don't think it will allow me to use the same number range. Okay, it is allowing, then good. So the same number range I'm assigning here also. Okay, FB50L again, and this time it will be directly to my appendix ledger, LA. Create it and type it. Okay. So let's simulate this first. Ledger group LA. It is specifically saying this is pertaining to ledger group LA. In general ledger view, is it appearing here also? Yeah, I think it will be here. Yes. So ledger group LA, right? If I try to give the leading ledger here, 0L, is it coming here? Ledger group LA, ledger 0L, it should not come actually. No, I am also not.
No. It is only showing for LA. No.
No, just a minute. See what happens is.
Ledger group LA and ledger 0.
Yes.
Let's go to
See,
the database level. Right.
Yes. No. I got this. Just a minute. I'm telling you what this is. See, for ledger group LA, we are not bothered about ledger as of simple finance. We are just bothered about ledger group.
Oh.
Okay. So even though it is showing you ledger 0L, don't worry, because whatever reports we are going to generate with the ledger group level.
Yeah.
Okay, so even though it is, can you mute yourself? Yes, okay. So even though this ledger is showing 0L, but it is not possible because the ledger group LA is only assigned with ledger LA. Right, so I think this is totally statistical. This don't need to worry about this. Okay, so now coming to just save this and see what is happened at the table level.
Could we see that in could we see that document in NL as well? Hope it should not show anything.
Okay, display general ledger view. What happened? Where is the ledger? It is not showing the option at all. It is only updated to LA and it is not showing the option at all.
LA, right?
Yes. Okay.
Fine.
Yes. So let's go to table and then report. Is it okay? So company document number 97 something. Okay, let's see. It is 97, I think this one. Yes, let me copy this and just concentrate on this. Okay. Yes, this is a document.
Right.
It is only updated for ledger group LA.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I just run this report FS10N or FAGL B03. Sorry. Let me check with this 4000 first. What should be the balance in 0L?
Balance means ledger 0L means only specific key which were posted to 0L.
Yes.
That will only be the balance out here.
Yes. So
okay, for
this should be 200. Yes, because we have posted 2 entries.
Right.
And the third entry should not come here. So now what should be the balance in LA then?
100.
100?
I'm sorry, 300.
300
of
yes.
the 0L and 100 of LA.
Yes, 200 plus 100. So it should be 300. Okay. And what should be the balance as N2?
That will be 200. Two entries
Why?
which came into 0L. And we made one
No.
specific posting for NL also, so 300.
No, how much it should be?
Like two which are flowed from 0L and one which we did specific for NL.
Two floated from 0L or one floated from 0L?
One was when we didn't create anything, so it went to all the ledgers.
Yes.
One we created for, okay, right, and one we created specifically for N2, so 200.
200. So because from 0L there was only one entry which posted to N2 also.
Right.
Yes. So it is 200.
Can we drill in to see the line items also for this?
N2?
Right.
N2
Okay,
it is showing 0L, it is not showing for LA, I think. Just a minute, let me see.
Okay.
So there are two questions. One is why it is not showing the line items for L2, sorry, LA. And the second question is why it is not showing the line items.
Check. No, it should show the line item 100 for LA. It
Which
should
is
show
flown
line item
from
only 100. 100.
No,
That's
which
right.
is flown. Yes, which is flown from 0L.
No, no. This is the one which we specifically
which we posted
for
directly.
LA.
Yes.
Right.
So it is not showing the items which are posted.
This is the direct posting.
Right.
Yes.
This is the direct posting.
So that's the reason why it was not showing the open items in LA.
As well as in OL. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Now it shows because we did ledger specific posting in LA. That's why we can see the line item in LA.
Yes.
Yeah. But the biggest question is ledger specific posting to 0L is not showing.
Right. No, but that's already available in 0L now.
No.
The question just now we saw the line item report was not showing the report. Sorry, the entry posted directly in only in 0L.
When we posted the entry directly in 0L, it was not showing that line item.
Right.
See.
Right.
No line items.
Right. But here, in fact, we have taken. Okay, fine, 4,000, which was on your open item as well. Right.
4,000 is expense account.
It's an expense account. That's right.
Okay, but tell me one thing. One entry we posted to 0L for all ledgers.
Right.
Right? Why it is not showing that line also?
That it is showing at the top, the 400 one.
Which one?
I'm sorry, could you click to this debit balance, please? Right.
See, out of this 200...
Okay, maybe we are using the wrong report for it then.
Let me try this FPL03 for my leading lecture. Okay, let's try this report. Yes, here it is not showing. Now let me try this FBL3N because it is specifically for 0L. So there may be this situation that the 0L reports will be available in FBL3N and rest of the reports in. But I don't think so. That is the right way. Yes, it is showing.
Right.
Okay, yes, two entries for today, for this month.
Right.
Okay. Only the problem is report then. You have to have two separate reports for
something.
Yes, for leading.
But it is not. It is fishy, right? Doesn't look good actually.
Yes.
0L here and other ledgers here. Yeah.
But nevertheless, no, you were using the report for balances only, right?
What about the report of 2001? Check that one. The GL 2001.
2001.
This is the report. It is
right.
No.
Okay. Line item cannot be displayed. Why? Because we did not select the line item, open item for 2001.
Yes.
No, but exactly. If it is not showing here also, it is not showing there also, then there is a problem.
No, I would say
no, you select all items.
If you have not selected open item,
you select all items.
Okay.
Select all items.
No, it is line item.
Boss, this GL account specifically is not maintained on 0L.
No, but
sorry,
we made the
open
posting
item.
to 0L. We made the posting to 0L for this.
No, I would say this account is not maintained as open item. That's why you will never be able to see the open item for this account. Even if you
Yes,
go
But
to SPN 3N.
yes, but then
exactly.
if you want to see the lines, where can we see the lines?
No, you won't be able to see the lines. These are ledger specific postings.
And what about clearing? Can we do the clearing? That is also not possible.
No, you won't do clearing in your ledger specific postings. You never do clearing. Because in ledger specific posting, only accounts or additional entries are made to adjust it according to your accounting principles. For clearing and all, you do it in your leading ledger.
So you mean to say there will be no line items will be updated in the
No,
tables also? It will be
even
only the
though
totals which will be updated.
even though this, even though
No,
this
at the
account is not
table level,
treated as
at
an
the table level, there are definitely entries.
Dheeraj,
Line
Table
item,
level, yes. Yes, table levels, yes. But at the same time, from the
uh,
system, we cannot generate any reports for line items. It will be only
see,
totals available.
actually, if you talk logically, it should show. Because you should know that what entries you are posting in your non-leading ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Right? However, since we have not selected this as an open item, that's why it is not showing.
No,
no,
but open
even if
item, it
you
is not
open
allowing
item,
also. It is
even if
not
you don't
allowing
select,
also.
even if you don't select as open item, it will still show as the entry by selecting the option all items.
Yeah, line item display should come
Line
basically.
item should be there
Yes.
because Gaurav told in the new simple finance line item is by default is
Tick
there for all
is,
accounts.
yes, tick is not required. It should come for all.
Yeah, so
By
even
default,
if you
it is.
even the account is, it doesn't matter account is open item or not open item. It should show the line items at least.
I think our answer will be here. What will happen to line items after simple finance?
So I
I
think
think
there will be
if we
some
get
specific
the
reports.
answer, yes, I think if we
Maybe
get
get
the answer to this, what will be the impact? What will be the why this tick has been removed, line item display, and what will be the behavior of simple finance if this tick is removed? I think we'll get all the answers.
Yeah.
That's right. This is a scenario I think we need to test more vigorously.
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe there might be some other report where we can see the line items of non-leading.
Yes, but again, if there are a lot of reports, then
You,
it is actually confusion then. For
can you
ledger specific, you have to go to
can you
FAGL 03.
can you please check the GL 4000 FS00? Just go and check FS00. The GLS
Okay.
4000.
Yes. Control data.
Yes, yes, yes. So here, yes, here is okay.
No, but this is not required because this is my not a balance sheet
This
account.
is an expense account, boss. You
Yes,
need
this is
not clearing
expense
in
account.
this.
No, no, yeah,
Yes.
no, it's okay, it's fine. So it means that even if you will not select the open item manage, the line item will be defaulted. It will come as a default.
Line
Yes,
item to as
yes.
it is, it was decided now. That's why this option has been removed. That it is there by default.
Yeah, by
No,
default.
but again, we need the proper answer for this. If it is by default, then why it is not coming for this items which we posted? So that is a big
Okay,
question that
let's do
we
one.
need
No,
the
let's
answer
do
for
one
that.
thing. No, let's do
Mm-hmm.
one thing. Let's create an account where we do not select any of these options, neither open item now clearing to specific ledger. Because if we do not
Okay.
select any item,
Mm-hmm.
then line item would be inherited by display. By default, it would be inherited, right?
Okay, I
Let's
got
try
your
to make a
question.
ledger specific posting through that account. Copy this account, please.
Okay.
No, but why this? Hang on. No. Let's make it a balance sheet account. P&L accounts are never posted, but I'd say they are not posted in ledger specific accounts.
Yes, yes, I'm creating balance sheet account 2002.
Oops, okay, sorry.
Yes, this is a balance sheet account itself.
Right.
So I'm not ticking
Right.
on
Do
both.
not select anything. Right.
Gaurav, can you run the program RFS
It will be same as 4000. Doesn't matter. If you will not take anything, so it will be same as 4000 GL.
Yeah, but in that
But
case, I'm getting the lines.
Yeah, it will be posted.
Yes,
Yeah, it
then
will
I will
come.
find the lines.
Fine. Let's pass an entry to a specific ledger through this GL account. Let's
I
take it
think
as entry.
Neeraj, you got it right now. I think this will work.
Hmm.
Let's pass it to 0L.
No, okay, fine. Let's pass it to 0L, then let's pass it to NL, and let's see how it behaves.
Yes, but I don't know how many of you already got late. Just let
2002.
me.
It's 2002.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
I'm already late.
So
It's 11:50
yeah,
p.m.
we'll just wind up in 10 minutes. We'll just
Hey
try
guys,
this.
we are almost there. Just hold your horses. We are almost there.
No. Don't worry. I'm not saying that we should stop. So don't worry. Gaurav generally asks who is getting late. That's why I'm replied.
Yes.
Hey, कल छुट्टी है यार. Tomorrow it's off. Sunday.
Okay, so
Okay,
this is
let's see.
posted now. FAGL L03.
फैमिली भी तो है.
Okay.
Sorry. Open
Gaurav,
में नहीं.
can you
I should try here
All
all
items.
items. No, yaar, it is not coming.
Okay.
No entry.
Gaurav,
Same funda.
Gaurav,
Yes.
hello. Can you run the program just now? I message you.
Can you
I
message
think
it again? Because yes, can you just message it again? What is there? Otherwise, tell me.
RFSEP A01.
RFFEP
Yes. Run the program
A01.
SA38.
Okay, I'm just copying this.
RFS.
RFS.
PP.
PP or EP? Okay, otherwise you just write it. Yes, I got it. Okay, what is this first of all? RFSEP. Yes, I got it right. So what is this?
You just execute the program.
Which line item display by?
Yeah, to display the line item.
I think this was the old program, right?
No, actually, if you click on this GL account, you scroll down to that on that specific ledger group. They're asking to run this program. Then it will display the line items or something like that.
Just a
Can
minute.
you enter?
So you mean to say?
Go to
You
the
mean to say I should?
FS00.
Yes, I am
Go
there.
to FS00 GL account.
Okay, FS00. Sorry. Just a minute. Yes.
Press F1 on that this specific to ledger group.
Yes.
Change.
Scroll down. This create a line items of using the what is this?
In case of
No,
switching
but it
from
is
open
saying
item
if
manager
it
to
is.
Your program is
I
to
think it is.
activate it later on. If you want to
Yes, if
activate
the
it later.
postings are already made and you want to activate it afterwards, it is saying.
No.
Okay, not a problem.
This is something different. This is basically by mistake if you don't select any open item, but you want it open item after some posting. That is for
After
that
some
purpose.
time. Yes.
This is of different use, not for
Yes.
this one.
Yeah, this is.
Hey Gaurav, I believe you used FBL3N, right?
I tried both. No, FAGL L03 I tried.
Could you try FBL3N?
You want me to try FBL3N? Yes.
Right.
I am not able to understand why. Okay, maybe it is showing in FBL3, but I am not able to understand why SAP is still asking us to use FBL3, it is already an old report.
No.
Just a minute. Here
FBL3N
it is
because
showing.
FBL3N is for your new GL, right?
Yes.
So
FBL3N
that's
is
why
for FBL3N is for your 0L. It is showing here. If I post anything to my non-leading, it should show in FAGL
No,
L03.
just a minute. In FBL3N, you see, can we see the appendix ledger also? Would this report work for appendix ledger?
No. FBL3N you cannot see in the ledger.
FBL3 we can't see any ledger.
Fine.
Yes.
For 0N, this is fine, right?
Okay.
No.
Let's see FAGL L03 for our ledger.
Sorry, FBL3N is basically entry view, not the GL view.
Yes. LA. Okay, and let's try it. If it is working, then it is perfectly fine. No, LA it is for LA also it is not showing here.
Okay.
Which account?
Same 2002.
But you didn't post any entry to LA. Oh, you
Yeah.
posted to 0L. You posted to 0L. Okay,
Yes, when I'm
that's why.
posting to 0L, it is flowing to LA
Ah,
also,
yeah,
na?
yeah, 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 yeah. Understood, understood. You selected all items.
Yes, let me try that also. No.
No, then
So
in this case,
basically,
I'm sure these reports have got redundant.
yeah,
There must be
basically
some
the
report. There
question
is some.
remains same. If we post only to leading ledger, then the question remains same. No report showing that entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you see, I think the challenge is just we do not know the new report, or it might be available in your integrated planning module,
Maybe.
right?
No, no,
Because at
this
the
reports,
database level, the data is
Not
there,
the planning.
right?
Maybe some other
yes,
reports
yes,
are
this
available.
reports, they were not told that they will remove these reports, but again, if there is a new report, you can use this report and that report also. I'll check whether there is any new report which can be used here. Because
No, no,
see,
Gaurav,
this is,
100% it has to be because at the database level, entries
mhm.
are available.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me check. Let me see what is the, first of all, if the line item has ticked has been removed, what will be the complications of it? What are the things they have considered there and what are the reports they have made based on this new logic? Let me come up with this.
Okay, I think that's the takeaway for this class today.
Yes,
This is
so
what you have
today
to come
we'll,
back
Yeah.
to.
yes, yes. So today we'll stop here and I'll definitely answer you this question by tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. My next question. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't want
Yes.
this meeting, this training to start at 9:30 my time. Monday is my office hours.
So 9:30 your time
So
is what?
so 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 I need cooperation from other guys. Can we start early?
Can we start at 5:30 like last week? But again, I don't know how many of available now because if somebody has left, he will not be like yes. In the last session also, some two guys were not aware that this session has started earlier. Anurag, let's do one thing. Let's continue the same time tomorrow, and we'll try to keep it short. We'll just try to keep it not more than 2 hours. And
No, but Gautam, that's perfectly fine. Let's keep it at 5:30.
no, but
I
I don't
understand.
know. I
It
don't
has to
know
be a
how.
friendly time for the other people as well.
I don't know if
No,
because
no,
see
I'm saying,
already
does
I
anybody
think
has any problem? No, hang on.
no see
Does
already
anybody have any problem?
just a minute, just a minute. Already two guys has left. I can see there are only
No,
12 guys
for
available
those two
now.
guys,
Gaurav, you can inform Krishna,
for
right?
those two
Krishna.
guys, for those two guys, Sana
Actually,
can send a mail.
I checked with Krishna about the timing. What
Mm-hmm.
he was giving a reason that, okay, there are few people working in US time zone, it seems. That's what the answer I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he is unable to
Uh,
confirm the time.
I'm in the US zone though, but I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, then if everybody is fine, only two guys we need to remind them, and I'll ask Sana to send the mail to everybody then. So we'll start off with tomorrow's 5:30 India
Yeah,
time.
let's check. Let's do
So
5:30.
1.5 hour, yes, 1.5 hour
Yes,
before
please. Yes, please.
normal time.
I'm
Yes.
very thankful to all other colleagues if it is okay. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll take the decision that if it is okay for all, we from the next week we'll keep the same time 5:30.
Yes.
For that, in fact, we need to figure out. I was trying to make the classes in morning. You know, we have
Morning
social
we tried it out. I
commitments.
think Veda is also required morning sessions, but again because everybody will not be comfortable. I think Sana has talked to each and everybody, and she has come to the conclusion no, we can not have this
I think
batch of
5:30 is fine for all of them.
Actually, most
Even
social
the
life
youth
is getting
guys.
affected. You know, 2 days you get, and you are not able to socialize at evening. Right? So that's why, morning classes is something where your social life is not getting affected.
Okay, I think tomorrow we can discuss on this. I'm leaving now.
Right.
Bye.
So
Yeah,
tomorrow
Gaurav, quick
5:30.
question.
5:30 confirm.
Gaurav? Yeah,
Yes,
Gaurav.
5:30 confirm.
Yeah, Gaurav, quick question.
Yes, confirm,
Yeah.
confirm 5:30.
Hello? Gaurav, can you hear me?
Yes, Harish.
Yeah, actually, I have one question. Because
Mm-hmm.
last week we were talking about, suppose for instance, in case of CO document, where we
Mm-hmm.
can select the ledger or ledger group, right? Okay, same thing. I was checking with the assessment and distribution cycle where there is no option to select the ledger itself.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
idea on that?
Can we
Or
discuss this
offline?
tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yes, we'll meet tomorrow.
yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.